Imagine seeing Jesus, not as the humble carpenter from Nazareth, not as the suffering servant on the cross, but in his full, unstoppable, glorious power. That's exactly what happened to John in Revelation chapter 1. John, the disciple, who once leaned on Jesus' chest at the Last Supper, now turns and sees a vision so overwhelming that it drops him to the ground like a dead man. Revelation chapter 1 verses 12 through 16, John writes, "I turned to see the voice that was speaking to me, and when I turned, I saw 7 golden lampstands, and in the midst of the lampstands, one like a son of man, clothed with a long robe and with a golden sash around his chest. The hairs of his head were white, like white wool, like snow. His eyes were like a flame of fire, his feet like burnished bronze refined in a furnace, and his voice like the roar of many waters. His face was like the sun shining in full strength." Get the picture here. This is not the Jesus that gets painted in soft pastels. It's the reigning, ruling, victorious king. His robe and sash, this is the attire of the royal priest and judge. His white hair were not a sign of age, but of eternal wisdom, like the Ancient of Days in Daniel's vision. His eyes like fire. Nothing escapes his gaze. He sees through every facade, every hidden thing. And his feet like burnished bronze. He stands immovable, unshaken, ready to tread down evil. His voice like the sound of many waters, commanding, undeniable, the voice that spoke the universe into existence. And then comes the moment that shakes John to his core. It says, "When I saw him, I fell at his feet, though like dead. He laid his hand on me, saying, 'Fear not, I am the first and the last and the living one. I died, and behold, I am alive forevermore, and I have the keys of death and Hades.'" Do you see it? The same Jesus who holds galaxies in his hands is the same Jesus who reaches down and touches John, saying, "Fear not." The same Jesus who commands the destiny of nations is the same Jesus who conquered death for you. The same Jesus whose eyes burn with holy fire is the same Jesus who looks at you with love and calls you his own. This is our King, not distant, not weak, but reigning, victorious, alive forevermore. And he holds the keys, not just to history, but to your life, your eternity. Whatever you're facing, whatever fear grips you, look again at him, because the Son of Man in glory is not just on his throne. He is with you, and he says, "Fear not." God bless you today. Be blessed and be a blessing. Amen.